He didn't fight a world champion tonight. I ain't no world champion. I'm a legend in this game. You can't deny it. I'm the best heavyweight's ever been. There ain't never been one who could beat me. Because you know why? I'm not just being like confident. 6'9" frame, 270 pound weight, can move like a middleweight, can hit like a thunderstorm, and can take a punch like anybody else.
It's a big claim, but Tyson Fury is undeniably great. Since ending the Klitschko dynasty in 2015, he's been the one heavyweight who could do no wrong, at least in the ring. But is he the greatest? Could he even compete with the champions who lay claim to being the greatest heavyweights of all time?
I said, we didn't mind revealing the game plan. Now, we had nothing to hide. I said what I was going to do, run across the ring to him, put him on the back foot, and unload big shots on him. And I know at 6'9" and 270 pounds, if I hit anybody, I'll knock him back out.
If we start with punching power, he's got a good point. The man is huge, and if a man that big hits you, then it's likely that you'll fall down. But you wouldn't call him a knockout artist. You can't say the same about Rocky Marciano, the greatest knockout artist in boxing history. Not only is he the only heavyweight champion to retire, having won every single professional fight he ever entered, he also knocked out 43 of his 49 opponents. That's 88%. No heavyweight champ has done better. But could he knock out Fury? The truth is that it's unlikely, and for one major reason, he's just too small. Marciano was almost a full foot shorter than Fury. Yes, he was extremely good at getting in close to land bomb after bomb, but he never fought anyone close to Fury in size. And then there's the Gypsy King's movement.
It's heavyweight boxing and anything can happen at any given moment, but the way I box and my style, I think it's kryptonite for anybody. As long as they don't knock me out, which you've seen it can happen, but they've got to keep me down. Providing they don't do that, then I'll keep winning.
It is freakish how well Fury moves for someone as big as he is. It's no joke that he has the footwork of a man several divisions below heavyweight. And in this regard, there's only one other champion you can really compare him to.
Yeah, I made up a good poem, a little short poem. I said, last night I had a dream. When I got to Africa, I had one hell of a rumble. I had to beat Tarzan's behind first for claiming to be the king in the jungle. I done handcuffed lightning and put thunder in jail. I'm so fast, man, I can run through a hurricane and don't get wet. I can drown a drink of water and kill a dead tree. Wait till you see Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali revolutionized heavyweight boxing. Let me explain. Sonny Liston was the champion, and he was a beast. He was a wall of muscle with fearsome power, and the world thought he was just too big and too strong. That's what heavyweight boxing was all about. No one was ever going to beat him. Then along comes Ali, a 22-year-old Olympic amateur champion with the hand speed and foot movement of a middleweight, but in the body of a 6'3" heavyweight. That was a big heavyweight for the time too, and it just didn't make sense that someone that big could move that well. Ali made Liston look slow, and he made picking him apart look easy. It was incredible, and heavyweight boxers spent the next decade trying to keep up. It's been almost 60 years since Ali burst onto the scene, and while there have been some heavyweight champs with very impressive speed and/or footwork, no one has really come close to putting it all together like Ali.
I am the greatest fighter of all time. And when I hit you with a hard right hand, you will fall.
It's crazy that a 6'9", seemingly overweight Englishman is the next best thing, but it's true. Seeing them fight would be a fascinating ordeal, but Fury believes he has the credentials and accomplishments.
I've fulfilled everything I've ever wanted to fulfill. I'm going to retire as the only second heavyweight in history after Rocky Marciano to retire undefeated. 2-time Ring Magazine heavyweight champion of the world. There's never been a Ring Magazine holder in my era, not one of them. And there hasn't been a lineal in my era either, because all roads led to the Gypsy King. And I was unbeatable at this game.
Fury's record is astounding. He's an undefeated heavyweight champion, and he's the only one to have held all 4 of the major belts plus the lineal title. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer without doubt. But if you're going for accomplishments, there's one champ in particular who leaves the Gypsy King in the dust. In this regard, Joe Louis is the undisputed king, and Fury will never come close to what he achieved.
Okay by me.
Aside from being a war hero and a national icon, Louis reigned as the one and only heavyweight champion from 1937 until his brief retirement in 1949. It's the longest single reign in boxing history, regardless of division. And that's not all. In that 11-plus year reign, Louis defended the heavyweight world title 25 consecutive times. Again, it's the longest championship streak in boxing history, regardless of division. And Louis did it at heavyweight. Fury doesn't stand a chance at beating those records, but does he stand a chance at beating Louis? Like Marciano, it is highly likely that the bomber gets beat, perhaps even annihilated because of the size difference. At the time, Louis was a big champ who scared opponents with his power and precision. But that was then. Now, Fury is a giant amongst giants. This is an era of Vladimir Klitschko's, of Anthony Joshua's, of Deontay Wilder's, fearsome men who would all tower over Louis. And Fury towers over them all.
Well, the thing is we're giant heavyweights. I'm 6'9" and I weigh 269 pounds this morning. So
just a little guy.
And I've had 20 knockouts out of 29 victories. So, you know, I'm very capable of knocking people out.
Tyson Fury is going to go down as one of the great heavyweights of history. But he'll never win every fight he's ever been in. He'll never completely revolutionize the way the sport is played. And he'll never rule the heavyweight division for over a decade, making more defenses than any boxer in history. But who cares? The Gypsy King could go toe-to-toe and maybe even beat the greatest heavyweight champions throughout history. And that should be good enough for any man.
Let's just say I'm the lineal champion of my era, and I can only be the best of my day, and I've done that. I'm the best fighter in my era. I'm the generation fighter. I actually feel sorry for all these guys who's had to fight me, because I'm got in the dressing room at home. I'm not nervous. You know, it's a boxing fight to me. I feel sorry for them because they're fighting the fighter of the generation. That's for sure.
Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.